Thank you very much. I'm honored to stand here 20 months after becoming leader and to report that we have made significant progress, but there remains much to do. Since becoming leader, I have made it a personal priority to broaden our party. I have the privilege of representing the good people of Dufferin, Peel, Wellington, Grey in the legislature. I learn every day from the farmers and from the small businesses and from the families in that wonderful corner of rural Ontario. At the same time, I have always been proud to call this city my home. I will always be proud to come from Toronto. It's where I was born and raised. It's where Barbara and I raised our children and built our careers. And it's where I intend to run and to win in the next general election in 2007. Every day, everywhere, you look, you see hard-working families and small businesses that have been let down by this Premier and his broken promises. What would I do differently? What would I do better? And so to that end, I want to spend a few minutes outlining to you three specific and very fundamental differences between Dalton McGuinty and me. I believe that lower taxes and better fiscal management are key to delivering the wealth creation and prosperity that we all seek. That is why in the first term of a new progressive Conservative government, we will eliminate the McGuinty health tax. Now, I said I would talk about three significant differences between Mr. McGuinty and me. And so the first major difference is that I will bring an end to Mr. McGuinty's endless tax and spend and borrow spin cycle. Mr. McGuinty could have balanced the budget this year, and he should have balanced the budget this year. My friends, the differences are clear. Mr. McGuinty does not believe high taxes are having a negative impact on families and businesses. I do. He doesn't believe in paying your own way. I do. He thinks year-end spending sprees are an acceptable way to dispose of unexpected revenue. I disagree. Secondly, I would not close down 1 megawatt of generating capacity without having the new generating capacity installed and operating and producing power for the people of Ontario. Not 1 megawatt. I would say to the power generation industry that I am determined to achieve cleaner air and bring about a reduction in harmful emissions, and I will require them to bring me a plan by which that will be accomplished as quickly as possible. I believe the participation of entrepreneurs and healthcare professionals will stimulate better ways to do things, which will mean better care for patients and their families and better results for our money, and that ultimately means a better healthcare system for all of us. I don't believe patients in Ontario care who owns the machine or the clinic when they are receiving treatment, as long as they can receive that care on a timely and professional basis and pay with their OHIP card. And so to the third and final difference. Where Mr. McGuinty seems bent on picking a fight with the rest of Canada, and in the process seeing Ontario become isolated, I would choose the model that has worked well for us throughout most of the history of this country. The difference between Mr. McGuinty and me is that I believe the citizens and the taxpayers of Ontario expect that even when there are those disagreements, both the governments and their leaders will not engage in endless squabbling. I know that Ontario works best when urban Ontario and rural Ontario work together. Ontario works best when all Ontarians of every race and religion and income level and nation of birth feel that they have a real stake in our province. I know in every single corner of Ontario, millions of my fellow Ontarians are working hard right alongside of me, and they want to see a strong and prosperous and caring Ontario and a strong and united Canada.